So you are the youngest female fighter in the UFC, and you've come in. You've had two fights so far, and they've been two awesome fights, absolute brawls. And you've looked really, really great in those fights. I know you started your martial arts career in your teens with karate, and you took like a class with your mom and whatnot, and then kind of progressed on to Brazilian jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and stuff. I wanted to ask actually. In both of those fights, you faced strong adversaries in terms of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I wanted to understand because both of them kind of use like rubber guard or like a amended rubber guard in sort of ways. How do you find that like new style of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with the 10th planet, like Eddie Bravo style that's kind of coming in versus the traditional stuff that was probably being taught to you as a younger person? Do you see much big difference?
Yeah, I mean, like the last fight wasn't too unorthodox. I've seen put myself in a couple of sticky situations. That was more on me. Um, you know, like say she's a tough girl with grappler herself. The contenders fight, like I didn't really feel threatened at all. It was just annoying, like that's annoying, bendy, kind of like there's something there, but it's not really like threatening, but it's also stopping you from doing what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't feel like I said, I obviously I'm still, I'm still developing, I'm still improving, I'm still training around, so I'm still growing myself. So it's not something I've not seen before. Um, there's nothing really new. But yeah, I don't rubber guard and all that stuff. Like it's just annoying. I'm just like, you know, boys aren't that flexible, so I only seem to get it against the girls.
Yeah, and
Uh,
she was really flexible. I mean, she's very unorthodox what she was doing in that fight. She like at one point she did a cartwheel.
and you grimaced. You were like, "What the hell was that?"
And then like you're right, like she was just dropping to guard at times, just like collapsing to guard, just because I think she thought she had a huge advantage. And at times, to be fair, Corey, it looked like you were in a little bit of trouble. Just at times, she was working on your arm. No, I'm like it visually, like you may,
You know,
you
I
may, you may like have felt like there's no threat here. But from the outside, it looked like, okay, she's trying to loosen that arm up, or she's bringing that leg up to bring a little bit of a triangle in or that type of thing. So there is something about rubber guard that's kind of sneaky though, because when those legs come up high, you don't kind of understand too much of what's happening back there. Have you had anyone actually like put it on you if in that sort of really, really sort of a high guard where the legs are up there and sneak a triangle in on you to actually kind of feel what that's like?
like in terms of rubber guard, like you said, like I think as long as you're aware of the position and you're aware of your own body positioning, like you said, like I'm not like I won't say I'm comfortable in there because obviously, like say, it's very
Mm,
difficult to land your own strikes and kind of get offensive yourself. But I think as long as you're aware, it's not necessarily too much more dangerous. It's just a little bit more of a defensive position.
mm,
I mean, I've got caught on the mats with pretty much everything at this point. If I haven't, I'm in the wrong place. So, I've definitely been caught with stuff on the mats, but I've not really like I don't really feel threatened in the fight because I've been in that position so many times. Like I've put myself in the sticky situations on the mats. I have days where I'm just getting beat up and mauled around and I'm absolutely miserable. So that way, when I do get into the fight, like I don't feel any stress in those situations. I'm not going to panic and give up any gaps, give up any submissions. So yeah, it's definitely awkward and unorthodox, but I make sure that I get those looks on the mat so that I don't have to worry about that when I get into the fight.
Hope you all enjoyed this pod clip. Hit us with the Holy Trinity. Go to our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which is at Homie and the Dude. Like, follow, and subscribe to all of those. And thanks again, guys. Have an awesome day.